All right. Test. All right, let's give it another minute 45 seconds, and we'll get started. Hello, everybody. Let me grab something real quick. What is that? Let's see. Just 1 second. Yesterday. Okay, got it. All right, we got 48 people in the house. Let's see here. Thank you, Ty Hudnall, for that incredible music. Boom. All right, what's going on, everybody? We got 50 people in the house. Hello, it's good to see you. Delia, Terry, Denise, Millie, Lyra 2112, Bob Wilson, yo, what's up? That way, Maria Bonvillian, Clay Sue 1, Vanita V is on, Rebecca Lapou, let's roll, yeah. Victoria, what's happening? Anna Toothman, dear sister Ernestine. Okay, 59 people in the house. Okay, so we got some great news. You know, it's crazy that on one hand that this, you know, Soulogy has always seemed to be a very spontaneous thing, you know. Morgan and Todd roll in town and we say, hey, we're going to have a gathering. Or, you know, other collaborators step up, or a show, you know. I mean, this started with Morgan and I having phone conversations, a lot like the sessions that you hear. I mean, obviously I did a lot of videos by myself before that had any traction, but it's, you know, it's just always been very organic, like going out and doing a spirit walk and turning on the video, or making some music with Ty, you know, or so many other things. And it's interesting too, because it's got a very organic, pure nature to it, natural nature, and it seems that's the way that this thing has come into this third stage. And I talked about this on the opening day, which was March the 10th. I talked about how this is like the third phase. I mean, the first phase on the linear timeline, there was a man doing something. I talked about the ethereal timeline and how this was actually put out to the universe in 2009 by Morgan. And you know, but on the linear timeline, if you look at the phases of it, one was, you know, a masculine and inspired by a feminine, and then the second phase was when she came in and Soul Speaks 5D became something that was through her. I would say I'm the host and she's a producer kind of thing, which is a lot like the way the universe works. The mother is creation and the masculine, the father, is the creator. But the third phase is the golden child energy, and we've had many I don't want to say false starts, but many attempts to do this going back to 2018, 2019, but something kept putting us off. And now I realize what it was. It was just that the energies within ourselves had to be right, within our community. Enough of us needed to be at a certain level, I think, and of course the collective needed to be at a certain level. There's many practitioners and many goddesses and around the world that are at a moment now in their life where they're going, finally they're ready for the message I've been downloading for years. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. But I've got some great news. Even though it's been 14 days, it's 111. Go figure that. It's 111, and we have, as of today, 274 members, and we're starting to develop some traction. I had said on the 10th that when we get to 333 people, we know that we'll be able to afford to deliver and continue to build and bring in the social community, and we're right on track. And I'm going to show you some of that today. The first thing I want to say is today is Friday. Was originally going to be the day that we got away from the the introductory 111 annual price for a year, annual subscription would cease today, and we would go to 144 in perpetuity for an annual and at $12.12 a month. But because it's a weekend and because we're just getting out of the blocks, but we want to be fair, we've actually got 274 people that are subscribed, and there's another 100 plus people that have registered but haven't subscribed, and a lot of people aren't clear on that. So I'll explain a little bit of that today. But the first thing I want to say is, and let me see if I can just pop this thing in here somehow. Let me go over here. And let me drop this down, and then I'll bring this over here. Boom. Did it work? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So for this weekend, we are going to extend the 111 a year for life. Let me see here. 111 for year for life. We're going to extend it through Sunday night, the 26th. Now it says 11:59 PST. And I'm not, and I know that's, but anyone's midnight Sunday, or if your midnight Sunday expires quicker than say 11:59 West Coast, then you can take advantage of that. The whole point is we're just trying to be fair. We also want to extend this for the love and support and contributions people have given us, given themselves, given this community, because it's all about us. We want to honor that. So I'll keep this one handy, but just remember, and I'll pop it on back on the screen from now and then. But it's extended through the weekend at 111. That means that you pay 111 next year at this time. You'd pay 111. Or you could go to 1212. It'd be up to you, but you'd have the opportunity to pay 111 the rest, for the rest of your life. And this is an infinite creation, so I can promise you that we'll have to, once we get down the road, we'll put in the bylaws. Once we become a nonprofit corporation, which is going to be something that will happen later next month, or we'll begin to do it. It might take a few weeks, because we're going to have to really get a really high level legal representation. But at that point we'll create some bylaws, and maybe we'll make some kind of a legacy thing where a founding member can pass it on to somebody else or something. I don't know. But let's stick with kind of the basics and what's in the near future. Now let me start with and I guess if anyone has any questions, you might want to wait till we get toward the end, because some of this will be answered. But if you have any questions, why don't you put them in the on my Facebook page if you're on Facebook, or on the YouTube chat. And Christy, if you would just open up a window, Facebook Live on Todd Medina page and YouTube on another tab and just follow the live chat, and we'll just kind of, I have all the comments here, but I might miss a few because they start coming in kind of fast. If I see them, I'll mark them. So yeah, and again, you might want to hold the questions off until say another 30 minutes. We should be just here about another 45. Okay, so let's start with, we know, first of all, that we're going to extend the 111 Founding Soul membership price through Sunday night, midnight. So if you're in wherever you are in the world, and your midnight comes before midnight West Coast U.S., you can still do it. So we're not going to be sticklers. We never have been. There's no restrictions. This is a fully inclusive community, which is a reflection of the universal, reflection of this earth, and we are here to expand and to expand the energy and the physical of unity consciousness and oneness and collaboration and co-creation, and bring in this new earth, because we're already doing it if you haven't realized it. Okay, so 111, we're going to allow that through the weekend, and you'll be seeing us. We've got some great shows coming up, by the way. I think the posts are all up except for one of them. We got Sharmini Ghana is coming on today, 4 o'clock Eastern. She's phenomenal. I know she's very visible out there in the supporting people, very colorful, full of really powerful energy. And I asked her to come on, and she freaked out a little bit, but she's coming. So we'll meet her. Danielle Wilkes is going to be on Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern. She touched base with me yesterday and was basically, her and her friend were talking about, I think, session 8 that Morgan and I did, and I can't remember the particulars, but it had to do with the masculine. Danielle is a very connected lady. She has been pulling in some pretty powerful stuff for the masculine. I feel like it's very relevant, and if you go look at the announcement, you'll see that there's an explanation of what she's on to, and I think it's going to be very interesting. I think this is a topic that we're going to be hearing a lot about. At 7 p.m. Saturday, we got Kristen Skiba and Joel Prince. They're a couple. They have a conscious household, including their kids. They have many paranormal, psychic, ET-esque, elemental-esque, and many other things happen in their homes, so it's going to be nice to get an update from them. And then 2 p.m. on Sunday, we got Renata Edeni from Athens, Greece, who's always got powerful stuff. She's going to talk about the motherboard. She's going to talk about some of the stuff. Her and Morgan seem to have a lot of stuff that kind of intersects. And we got a bunch of shows next week. But I just wanted to kind of run you through on that. And while I'm talking about that, let me just be clear about this for everybody. That's Christy Aguilar, by the way, making the new graphics for the show. So I just want to give her props there. Thank you, Lyra, for that. So after today, I'm going to extend this too. So after Sunday, up until Sunday night, we are going to continue to broadcast our full-length video productions, full-length lives on the mainstream media, social media. Okay, mainstream, whatever, social media. As of Monday, we'll begin to only put out excerpts, and I'm sure we'll drop one in every now and then, but the system is going to be that we're going to provide the full-length programming on an exclusive basis in the all-inclusive Soulogy community as we get started. And again, this is the first piece. There's many pieces here, and I'll talk about it today, and I'm going to show you today the first. You'll be able to see the social community today. It's just not finished, but you'll be able to see what we're working on. It's extremely exciting. So beginning Monday, we'll put out excerpts. Now, we have a process here, which will be that the day's broadcasting, which will become very, very big, by the way. So right now, it's the day's broadcasting is what's put out from here, or maybe from Sedona where Ty is, or maybe one or two other places where we have a collaborator where we're producing something or collaborating on something. So every day as the day goes by, the process will be that we'll take those recordings, we'll put them on the video production software, we'll make excerpts of them, which will both fill the site, our network and community, but also we'll put those out in reels and in stories and shorts, and also in on post to spread awareness of what we're doing, and also to let people know that, hey, we're at the Soulogy network.com. Now, I will say this, and I'll be mentioning this more, and I'm going to talk to Morgan and Christy and a couple other people that are involved. Probably put up some type of news board, or what do you call it, bulletin board, pretty quick for the things that we're looking for, the places that we can find people that fit. You know, I mean, everyone should be doing. Somebody said to me yesterday, you know, what have you been doing? I said, working. They said, man, work is a grind. I said, no, mine's not. You know, and everyone should feel that way. Everybody should feel that way. I don't know why I have this big thing appeared on my third eye this morning. But one of the things we'll be looking for are people, a crew, a person, 2-3 people that will edit videos for us. We'll provide everything that's needed, and that will do this every day. Now, the thing about the people that will edit the videos is they'll have to be very familiar with Soulogy. They'll have to literally watch every word or every musical note or whatever the case is, so that they can understand where the excerpts are to come from, and also the content of what we're doing, because these people will be creating our meta tags, you know, like the tags, and you know, I don't want to get too deep into their role, but I'm just letting people know. So if anybody hears this and they have that desire and that resonates with them, let me know. Okay, so the first thing that we did was we opened the network and we created this page, or I should say, we started with this template. Let's put it that way. So this is the template. Let me just refresh it. This is the template that we started with because of the way things went down. And what I mean by that is the sequence of events. You know how it is in this new day where, you know, you don't really make like long-term plans. Things just kind of unfold for you, and that's what happened in this situation. Now, this was the template that we started with, and I'm going to show you where it's come to now. And that's important because what we're doing is, you can consider this page that is the only page we have now, or it's got like 3 pages, but you can consider this the template for everybody's site, everybody's personal profile site. I'm going to show you that, and it's very dynamic, and it's only going to get better. So this is why we're not rushing. This is why we're actually working with our collaborators, and they're wonderful people. It's a divine couple, Moody and Norin, and they're beautiful and very competent, very capable. But this is why, you know, we're taking the time to do this, because we want to get it done right. So this is the page that we have now. And I just want to explain to everybody that this is really just to give you an idea of the color, of the mood, of the theme, of where we're going, and very quickly here. Like I'm talking about, you know, this next month. Like I'm not really sure what day yet, but sometime next month, I'd say probably between the 15th and the last day of the month, and I'll get into that in a minute, we will turn on the social community that I'm going to show you today. But right now, what's happening is today or tomorrow, sometime between now and Monday, we are going to, did I bring that back? Yeah. We're going to test the stream and incorporate the stream from the site. Now, this is important because, first of all, one of the things that I don't have to show you, but let me just wait, I'll go back. This is very important because this is a site that I'm telling you has never been done before. You can say YouTube, you can say Facebook, but they really haven't. It's not been done before because it's all being done intuitively, creatively, imaginatively, and powerfully, I might say, in a collaborating way. It's a whole different communication system. It's a whole different set of codes. It's a whole different sacred geometry. So we're going to test. We're going to test and incorporate the stream from this site, because one of the aspects of the site will, because of the fact that we are community, I don't want to use the word owned, but a community shared, okay? And we're self-funding. So as we grow, we can raise the ceiling on the limitations that we might have on storage and on amount of time you can stream and so many different things. So we're going to test the stream, and we're going to secure it, and we're going to make it whole, and then we're going to move on to the next thing. So this will happen this weekend, and next month we'll unveil and introduce the social community part of it, and this is going to be mind-blowing. Now, I don't want to show it to you yet. I'm not trying to tease you. I just want to cover a couple things, because once we start looking at it, then you might not be listening. So now, the thing about the part of the reason that we don't really have a set date is because we are customizing this, and I'll explain that to you while I'm showing it to you. So I'm not sure, once we get, let's say it's the 15th of April, I'm not sure on that day that we're just going to come on and tell everybody, go make it. I think what we'll do is we'll probably grab about 10 people, have them go in and populate their site that I'm about to show you, or what it's forming. This, what you're going to see today, is not the full form, and I'll explain that. So the idea would be to maybe put 10, 12 of us in there, populate the sites, our pages and such, and then kind of see if everything's copacetic. Now, then open it up to the 3, whatever it is at the time, 3, 4, 500, 600 people, and have them come do it. But I want to be very clear, and I want to communicate very clearly that we're doing this not in a bad way, but in the 5D way, by the seat of our pants. I used to always say, thank you for love and support and contributions for allowing us to keep doing this every day by the seat of our pants. And people used to say, don't say that, you're putting in the field, and you're negating from your energy, and maybe they were right, maybe they weren't. I really don't know, but what I do know is that things happen in this manner, and to me, that's a very powerful sign of alignment. So I want to communicate so everybody knows where we're at the whole way. But let me make this very clear. This will be a network and community that's always being refined. We have percentages of the distribution of the accounting that came from the Arcturians in 2018. We're following those percentages, and I've talked about it before, and I'll talk about it again. But part of that is 11% will always go into the IT, which, if anyone has done any research in the cost per person of the type of thing that we're endeavoring here, once we get into the, let's say, 5 figures, and I'm talking about a budget, that's, when I say, I'm sorry, 5 figures being, I shouldn't say 5 figures. Let's say 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers. We're going to be kind of reducing our cost per person, and so that 11% will always be there for research and development and further refinement. And the point is here from day one, is that information is going to come from us, the community. So back in the day when I was a corporate alpha male and very successful, one of the things that was adopted, so there was a template, and that template would be introduced to my organization, and that was one of the mottos. The motto was, bring us your ideas. We're always going to be open. But don't bring us your ideas until you make what we have work first. And now, it's a little bit different here because this is not a work environment and so on and so on. But what we're going to do is say, look, let's roll this template out. Let's use it. Let's familiarize with it. Let's make notes. And we'll meet again in 2 weeks. Now, this will be everybody. And so we'll use it to the best of our ability. We'll take the suggestions and we'll keep on refining as time goes on. So I just want to make that very clear. And we'll be talking more and more about some of these things, but I know everybody wants to see it. So now this is a mock-up. This mock-up was put together by Norrin, who is the queenly half of the noble collaborators that we have, Moody and Norrin. So she went to the different sites. She actually hung out at Soulogy. I guess we met on the 6th of March. We rolled out on the 10th. I think we met again on the 10th, and the following week, and then I think she, over about a few days, spent a bunch of time with Soulogy. In the conversation that I had with her in the meeting, she said that, because I made a joke, I said, oh, you it looks like, because looking at all the pictures and the material that she got that she's put on this mock-up, she says, yeah, I've been watching. I watched this Zahara Celestial. She goes, some of the stuff y'all talk about is pretty interesting. She goes, I listened to you in Morgan's session. I'm thinking, oh my God, because I had made the joke, oh, thank God we're not too weird for you. But she goes, no, actually, I'm pretty intrigued by it. So we have we have this partnership with this couple, and they are very excited. And when I saw this, when I'm about to show you, I started crying. Go figure. All right, so let me get this up. Let me see what I need to do here. Okay, share screen, and let me go here. Okay, now you remember. Okay, so this was the site. This is what we have now. And again, the reason that I haven't filled it up with but what we had is because we knew we were going to change. And so I'm going to show you now. Again, just remember that this page that you're looking at is we'll just call it Soulogy Main Street. Okay, so it's Soulogy Main Street, but it's also the template for all of us. So Todd Medina is going to have his own thing, and everyone else and so on. But this is the template that we're using, and so. Right now, this was a temporary one so that we could kind of get the word out. Now, as long as I'm on this page, let me just show you a couple of things real quick, because there's been some which you can kind of understand some confusion at times. So, if you pull this up and you haven't registered, on the top right here, it's going to say register. You can click that, put in your name, password, make a password, and your email. And then it'll send you an email. This is where some people got a little bit mixed up. They'll send an email, like a lot of sites do, to your email, and you have to click a button to verify, and then you're done. That's verifying your email, that's your email. Now that gets you registered. That's kind of like so you can look at the page and go around, but you can't really do anything. Now, if you go down here, then you'll see there's the Brothers and Sisters at $12.12 a month, and the Founding Souls, which is going to be good through midnight Sunday. Okay, after that, the annual will be $144. So those are kind of the mechanisms there. You can go to the site, and we have some of the later shows. But nobody's here. But really, you won't see anything in depth until we make this shift, and I'm about to show you what it looks like. Okay, so let's just remember this. This is kind of the page. The top part's kind of the same, and the reason I kind of stay in there is so you can kind of keep that in mind. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Now, first of all, you can see this menu on the left-hand side. Don't get caught up in that right now. Let's talk about this. Now, because I'm really explaining two different things. I'm explaining that this as the basis of every profile, but also as the Soulogy Main Street, what it's going to be looking like, what we're going to be adding to it, and how it's going to work, okay? So this is Soulogy Main Street, basically, like the main news feed, you could even say. This part here that says Soulogy with this man looking up at the stars. This is where you're going to see that video logo that's on the other page, right? This is where you're going to see that, okay? So that'll be there. When you come to the page, whether you're on a phone or whether you're on a laptop, and we're live, that video will go away, and whatever's live will be in this screen here. and you'll be able to, and I'll show you in a minute, you'll be able to, just watch it by itself, or you can actually watch it while you're sitting there on the page, and you can also control the sound. Okay, so the top part, that's what it's going to look like. The bottom part, I'm going to show you through other means, but some of the stuff that you're going to be able to see, of course, one of the things is I feel like we're going to build the world's most unique living library database. So there's going to be access, you have full access to everything in the network. Of course, we have the community piece, which is going to be rooted or founded on what we're talking about today. What's the site actually going to look like? There's that piece that's going to be what you might call LinkedIn with the vendor directory, merchandise. Now, the thing is that everyone will have the tools and they can utilize whatever tools they want. Okay, let me go back over here for a second. I just want to see if there's any, before I get into the rest of it, is there any, let's see here. Okay, y'all liking it? Okay, this is a mock-up, yeah, okay. What is this? Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, here's one. How are things going on your end? Oh, what's going on? Higher vibrations. All right, let's see. All right, nobody got any questions? We good? All right, that looks okay. All right, let me go back here and let's get this back. Oh, am I already on it? I guess I am on it. Let me go back here. Okay, now picture that you are coming to Facebook /YouTube /LinkedIn the very first day. Now again, this is not totally fixed, but it's going to give you enough information to understand where this is headed. So you come to that place, we call it Soulogy Networking Community, okay? And you come to that place and you're going to fill it out just like you did when you first did MySpace or Facebook or YouTube. Like, it takes a bit to get used to it. This is very user-friendly. So, and some of these have changed since I did that. they must be changing. Okay, so if you see this, these areas over here where you see my cursor, home, announcements, feed, live, reachers, shop, and some of these terms will change, okay? But this is actually describing the page of the person or the, whatever that entity is, all right? So in this case, it's the Soulogy group page or the Soulogy network page. So these all come into play. Now, first of all, the feed. Now let me just kind of go back here. This page here is our page. It's going to have what I talked about. It's going to have the live playing at the top of the page. My goal, our goal, has always been to provide a platform that is continuously adding frequencies to an ever-expanding vibration, and we're physicalizing that. So I see that this Soulogy Main Street page is going to be a lot like the Soulogy group years ago, where we're going to have all of the people that are showing up, putting their stuff on this feed, just like you see in the Soulogy group, which was a better example 3 or 4 years ago. And where there was, just consistent, and it's still consistent now, but there's just so many people. There's 50,000 people in it. So this is going to be like the main news feed, you could say. All right. And so this page will be a little bit different in that respect, but everything after this is going to be the same, right? So here's one. Now this one we're calling feed or discover, but this is basically your news feed. Your personal feed, just like you have on Facebook now. Now the difference is you can see it looks a lot cooler. Okay, it doesn't look like Facebook, and I know when I first looked at these things, I was like, wow, that doesn't look like Facebook. But the beauty of this, these pictures that you're looking at in this mock-up. Now keep in mind, this is a person's page. Look at the way that they can be arranged. Look at the way they show up. Look at the colors. Okay. So each one of these is a post. This picture of the two girls, this one with the guy singing, these are posts, okay, that somebody's put up, and you see how they're kind of arranged in that manner. This is a song that the person puts up. Okay, this one is an example of an artist who, like, say it's a Robert Evans, and he puts out 5 songs here, and in this format. So these tools that we're going to have are going to make it very easy in comparison to some of the things that we've looked at over the years, and we're going to have a very interactive relationship, community to construct, so that we're constantly refining it for everybody. Here's a video they have on their live feed. Here's another video, and then here's a section. I mean, you can create so many different things, but you can see that it's a lot. I don't know, how do you say it? It's got a lot more flavor to it, maybe you would put it that way. Now, if like I was saying earlier, somebody is going live, and they have they're going live a lot. That's a big thing, because that's becoming a big thing. Then this is a kind of a place where you can watch it, and then your archives will fill up for themselves. Okay, so a lot like the YouTube aspect, you could say that. Now, each person, okay, you can see over here on the left where it says shop. That will be something that will remain. So just imagine you go into this place where you have many like-minded people. Everybody creates their own space, and you can do whatever you want with that space without Facebook censoring or YouTube censoring or restricting your ability to engage in equal energy exchange. Okay, so a lot of these words might change. We might call shop something related to something 5D-ish, right? Now, one of the things that Noreen came up with, and I think she got that off my page, because when Soulogy got downloaded to me, and I was putting it out on social media, and I was making, doing my thing, people were calling me preacher, and I said, no, I'm not a preacher, I'm a reacher. So she found that on my page, and she made this titled Reachers. Now, what is this? This is the community. So on your page, you will have direct access with a click of a button to everybody in the community, the hundreds and thousands of people. And what will happen is you'll be able to search by tag, by keywords. So if you want to go in here and you want to put in light language, those people will come up. There's many different things, and again, these keywords that we'll be able to search by will be, there'll be a certain something on the day we bring this all in next month, but we'll be getting that feedback, and we'll be creating a better and better, more refined way in functionality, in appearance, and the whole 9 yards. So if I see someone that I like, I go here, and we're using, she made a Todd Medina page, which I paid the subscription. Was the first one, and I had my own page. So Todd Medina page. Now, let's just go back for a second. If I go back to here, and remember, this is my page. Let's just say this is the page I'm coming off of. Hang on. Then I go over here, and I'm on somebody else's page. Now notice the way that it's constructed is not exactly the same, but this person has a nice cover photo, got a video, another video. There's a post. So you can see there's a lot to look at there. Here's the feed. Everything that this person's put up will be in chronological order. It can also be filtered. So there's a lot to play with there. But in terms of aesthetics, in terms of functionality, it's already way ahead of what we've been, I was going to say subjected to, but I have all reverence in the world for YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for getting us this far. But you can see how you can go back, and you can go into other people's. So it's a kind of a cool navigation system, something that we'll be able to refine. I hope everybody kind of gets that. So this section here, and we don't have shop turned on right now for the mock-up, but so this section here, announcements, feed, live, community or reachers in this case, and shop, those are all segments of your personal profile. Okay, which is a combination of YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Now, what'll happen is everyone is a subscriber comes in. What happens within that construct of the Soulogy network and community in regard to equal energies exchange is going to be something supported by the platform, not to make money off of, but to allow these exchanges to be encouraged and supported, and again to find more and more refined ways of people finding what they need. Okay, so if I need a kinesiologist, I punch that in, boom, there's a whole list of them around the world, or whatever the case is. So what we're going to encourage is for people, regardless of what they do outside of this, if they have their own websites, they want to stay on social, well, that's their business. But in the Soulogy network and community, we are going to promote equal energy exchange, and we will take whatever it costs us to do the transactions. Like for instance, what's coming in the subscriptions, we immediately were at like 91% of the revenue, because there's transaction cost through the vendors that we're using that take 8-9%. And so what we want to do is we want to create this part of the platform is to allow people to be able to gain more awareness of other people and what they have to offer, and vice versa. So if you have essential oils, or you do sessions, or whatever the case is, this is made for you. Okay? Now, you can price or set your rates or negotiate or whatever you want to do. That's up to you. All we're going to do, because of the way this thing's constructed and the way it has to be done, we just have to monitor the transactions and be the facilitator of that. So we're not going to charge for that service. We're just going to get whatever it costs us. So it might be, I don't know, it might be 3%, 5%. It might be the same 8 or 9% that they're hitting us with, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, you'll be able to search it. Now, what are these things over here? Community. Channels and groups. Okay, community. This you're seeing on this page is because it's Soulogy is the main hub, but what each person will have will be channels and groups. So let me explain. Channels are something that you originate. So if you want to start a group, and let me use an example. Let's say Julie Pershin has a group. I'm sorry, Julie, I can't remember the name of it. New Creators, New Earth Creators. Julie Pershin, this is her page. Julie Pershin decides she wants to put her group, create the group here. This group will be, this channel will be initiated by her, originated by her from her page. She'll call it New Earth Creators. And just as she's done, and just as we've all done, she will bring people into the awareness that she's created it. Okay? But it'll be located in the same place. Like she does videos and she does posts. It will all be in the same place. You won't have to go to YouTube for this and Facebook for that and such. But this is something that she controls the content on the channel, be it videos, be it posts, be whatever, and she controls who is in her neighborhood, who is in her community, you could say, her channel, who is a member, you could say, whatever the term's going to be. Now, it's also a place where, let's say it's Morgan and she's doing private session or a practitioner, and you want to let's say you want to do a meditation for the equinox. This is something, again, that you control the content, you control who comes in the door. All right, so that's channels. Channels, is I'm not sure if that's the right word we're going to use. I like the word, but it doesn't really matter. But you can kind of see how it's going to function. I'm going to go back and see if there's any questions in a second. Now, what are groups? Groups are just that. Groups are groups. Let's say that, well, they're groups that you are a part of, and that everyone in the group contributes to the content. Just a lot like a Facebook group, okay, like Soulogy group, okay. So all of that's located right here for you, and it's all together, and it's kind of a multi dimensional aspect to it, rather than the like singularity or uniform, like the uniform look of Facebook. I mean, your pages could look a lot different from one to the other. Let me just go back up here, and I just want to check to see if there's any questions real quick. Okay, let's just see here. Oh, there's one thing I didn't tell you, and I got to tell you about this. And I can't show it to you today, but it's incredible. Okay, let's see here. Let me see. Do we have any questions here? Anybody? Let's see. Building from scratch. Okay, hang on. I can't really see if there's any. I don't see. Does anybody have any questions? I like this. It sounds like what so many of us have been calling for. It really is. And what's cool about it is we're all part of the construction of it, which is really cool. Let me see. Is there any questions? Just a bunch of people saying hi, hello. Let's see. I got chills when he talked about. Here, let's blow these up here. Let's see here. What time is it? Yeah, we're good. I got a few minutes, and we'll stay as long as we have to if you guys want to. But before I get to this, I saw, and it's not in the mock-up, and I apologize for it. And Christy Aguilar saw it. I saw the way the stream is going to look, and it's freaking awesome. It has a chat. It has a chat, a really nice visible chat on the right side, better than Ecamm, better than Restream, better than Facebook, better than YouTube. It's really nice. Really looks good, and I was really impressed with that. So I'm sorry I can't show you that today, but you'll be seeing that come Monday or Tuesday on all the shows. And there's a whole lot of information there because, again, this is a networking community, and it's also a statement that we are no longer going to live with one foot in this paradigm, this 3D, this whatever you want to call it, and have our energy sucked from us anymore. We're going to work in unity. We are going to work without censorship. We're going to have a control of our storage, of everything but the signal that comes in. Okay, and maybe one day we can do that. Yeah, this is really going to be. Let's see what he's saying here. Okay, so I got chills when he talked about. Let me lower it. The profits going to a nonprofit they'll be starting. I've been looking into starting one. There's a huge part of my heart homeless, and okay, so there's a lot to that, and that's part of the thing. And if you were not there at the first on March 10th when we rolled this out, I explained there's a few tiers when we looked at this in a very general way, considering cost and viability. At 333 people, we know we can support a community of 500 to 1,000 people. Won't be, it won't stay that way. Because if it was, I probably wouldn't do it because I can't afford to, it's just been too hard over the years being broke. But in order to facilitate things technically speaking and foundationally speaking, infrastructure speaking, in terms of creating this potential and implementing it, when we get to 3,333 members, we will begin to take 50% of what's left after cost. So basically half to the house, half to the content creators. So everything that you looked at If you got somebody who's on there who's drawing a lot of attention, getting a lot of engagements, these people will be receiving gifts of abundance. And by the way, everything here is a gift. And it's going to be in writing. And everything that comes in as a subscription's a gift. Everything that we pay forward is a gift. And I just know one day, because I've been told that the government's going to say, what are you doing? But that's why we're getting a nonprofit. That's why we're getting good lawyers. And also, I was shown that the level of abundance would be so huge that it'd be too late. And now, I know this is metaphoric. I know it's energetic, but there's something to it. And I think the key to it is to keep on going and implement these things just like we have since day one. What have we been implementing in our lives? We've been implementing the guidance that we've been receiving. And so this is not my guidance. It's not Morgan's guidance. This is our guidance. This is part of the new earth. I can promise you. The visions I've seen over the years, I've seen worldwide stuff. And I've always said, I don't care. I just want everyone to be good, be happy, be good, and everything's cool. And that's what we're all doing. So, this is a huge a thing that we're doing, and don't underestimate that. But yeah, I saw here a couple things. Let me just see. Will people be able to tip during live streams? I'm sure we will get to that point. Yeah. I'm sure we will get to that point. We have, with our partners, which they have created their own Soulogy. You know what I mean? This divine couple has created, let's just say, a universal that has all the components of what we would need. So you have, everything's in there. SoundCloud attributes, YouTube attributes, Facebook attributes, instant messaging, which we'll get to. We want to make sure we get the community in first next month, and then we'll start to add some more bells and whistles. So ultimately, anything that we can bring to the table, and anything we can bring to the table that makes sense for everyone, we'll be able to do. Okay? It might not be done that day, but it'll be able to do. And I can tell you that they're moving extremely fast because they have the templates built and they have certain processes built and in place that basically what they're doing is allowing us to utilize co-op their template, change, make it with a white label, put our label on it, our logo on it, and build from there without the restrictions of having no say. So, Robert, that will happen. Streaming is a key component. In my opinion, the most powerful thing is the live. So I think that mechanism we'll figure out at some point. It may not look exactly the same as what you might see on YouTube, but I think it will be something that that can be done during the performance, during the live. So okay, let's see what else there. I was told I would be all alone if I insisted. Okay, let's see here. I just want to see if there's any more questions. Do you envision physical spaces? I'm not sure what that means. Can you elaborate on that? Do you envision physical spaces? I think I understand the question. Now, I think that's kind of like getting the cart way before the horse. But I will tell you this: in my understanding, yes, there would be physical nodal points supported by this networking community. Yes, I could see that happening very easy. And again, anything that we as a community come up with that is feasible for everybody, we're going to pursue it, and I see no reason why we can't get there. Let's see here. let's see. I just want to see if there's any other questions here because I don't want to leave anybody. Okay, so let me just put this up real quick. Boom. So this is Christy saying, if anyone wants to sign up for the special Founding Souls membership price, you've got until the end of Sunday, March 26th. You will still be able to join after Sunday. The price will go to normal. Okay, so just everybody understand, which I covered in the beginning. Let's see here. Let me just see if there's any other questions. And Zahara, if you could explain or expand on that. You're putting this across. Oh, cool. Nice comments. Thank you very much. Let's see here. I can't see any other questions, so I'm going to go to the bottom. Let's see. Thank you, Mast and Stars. Joined last night, Lisa. Courses and training. Well, let me see. Hang on. Let's see. Where are we at? Hang on. There's a bunch of questions. Just give me a second. Let's see. Is that the first one? If I missed you, just put your question back up, okay? If I didn't go back far enough. I'm not really sure. Zahara Retreat Center. Yeah, I you know what I always envisioned it would be like I don't know if you've ever seen the Christian Science reading rooms, but a place where you could have like, for instance, you would have a community place where people could obviously gather for different things that would kind of be administered by a local person that's in the networking community that would have a lot of different variables there, even like making meals, feeding the homeless. I mean, it would just depend on what the local people would get to. But right now we have a network and a community to build online. But yeah, I could see some huge things happening from here, as time goes on. Okay, will there be a place to go for questions or issues? Yeah, that's just come up, and we've got it on the board now. That's something that we'll have. At least the next change of it will occur in the next few days, where we have all things directed to one place, which will be on our end, and then we'll interface where we have to. But yeah, very good question. Yeah, so right now, if you have any questions or issues, I would say send them to soulogynetwork@gmail.com. Okay, and or you could just send it to me, or send it to Christy, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, right now we're hitting everything. We're not going to miss you. We might take a day to get to you, but we're still at a place right now where we can handle it. So if you have any questions for now, just send them to soulogynetwork@gmail.com. Why are so many people still buying into paying income taxes? I don't know. Good question. Let's see here. Where do we do that? I'm not sure what he's talking about. Robert Evans, where do we do that? I don't know. Courses and training, question mark. Oh, okay. Let's go back to Zahara, because I'm not really sure if I was getting totally clear on that. But let's go back here for a second. So on your site, on your page, whatever we call this, you will have a place to offer whatever you want to offer. Now the shop thing here isn't lit up. If you see how that's kind of only the ones that are in the light blue we turned on right now. That doesn't work right. Oh yeah. So you would have a place to. Okay, you could do it a couple places. You could have a shop where you have all your stuff, right? Meditations, books, videos, whatever the case, whatever it is that you might be looking for an equal energy exchange. But you would also have offerings here under channels, as I described earlier. So say you wanted to do Zahara, a light language, interactive meditation from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on such and such a date. You could put that here. And see, that's, you control the content and you control the people. So this is where you would do something like that. Let me go back to reality. Here we go. Boom. Oop. Wait a minute. Boom. Okay, did I get that? Let me see. Please send an email. Oh, yeah, this is it. Thank you, Christy. Boom. Yeah, if you have any questions now, just send them to soulogynetwork@gmail.com. There we go. And then we're going to get something on the site that's more visible and helpful and easier very soon. Let's see. Who made the templates? The templates were made by our friends, their organization. We'll be getting them on in the very near future, so you can meet them. They're incredible people. They're wonderful people. But basically, the background there is, and I'm going off the top of my head, 25, 30 years. Everything from blockchain management all the way up. I mean, the ins and outs of the informational age and the components of it. So in looking at what they had, I could tell that they had all the components for what we wanted, or at least where you marry all the three together, and so on and so on, and the three being YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So they have a couple of templates, and we're kind of hybridizing, you would say, so that what's being made is being made for us, in a specific and unique way. Okay, so what else we got here for future? Oh yeah. Okay, does anyone know about Heaven's Cross? Okay, let's see. It's good to see you, by the way. Okay, yeah. Can you thank you. Okay. Let's see what we got. Any more spiritual issues and technical? Founders sign up link. There's not really a link, Robert, but if you go to soulogynetwork.com, let me just show you. Boom, and boom, and boom. Yeah, so what you can do, if you go to this page, let me just get out of here. Boom. Okay, so if you go to this page and you haven't been before, it's going to say register right here and log in here, obviously. You can register and put your name, password, and email. You'll then get a verification to your email. You got to go in there, push the button, and then you're live. Now that just registers you to the site. That's it. To become a subscriber and join the community and networking community, you will come down here. And this is what I did. You click $12.12 a month. Or you can click the $111 a year, which will be forever. Every year you renew, it'll be $111. The other one, the regular price is $144. I don't see anything ever going up in price. In fact, I hope one day that this is all free, just like any Soulogy Fest, just like anything. But anyway, if you don't click register and you just come and click subscribe, then it's going to be the same process anyway. So you're going to do the name, you're going to do the email, and then make up a password, click register, and then it's going to send a verification to your email. You click that and you're done. Oh, you'll check out first. You'll go to checkout, and yeah. And by the way, this thing says credit card or crypto. Just understand that credit card means debit card as well, and we'll get that changed. I'm hoping that we'll get that changed pretty quick too, because that's confused some people. If you have any problems, we have had not very many, a handful of problems with people. I'm not even on. Sorry about that. We have had a handful of problems. Their financial bank issue. So some people have gone through PayPal. So if you decide you want to go through PayPal, and I'm talking strictly for the annual, all right. We haven't had it happen on anyone that's monthly. But anyway, on the annual, if you want to go through PayPal, pay the $111. Just send me a message, and then I'll know, and then Christy will go in and manually change your status within the system. And then a year from now, when you re-up, you'll have to make a decision on how you want to do that. Okay, let's see here. Let me just see. I want to see if there's any more questions. Chrissy says, I'm here to answer questions too. Yes, she is. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Is there a way that nobody will be able to pretend to be you? Yeah. Absolutely. Now, you got to understand that there is a whole bunch of security that go on with things like this. I became very familiar with it in a couple of the false runs and just doing a lot of research and talking to companies over the years and talking to people. Yeah, the security part of it is a constant refinement. Been as I've been privy to. I don't work in that arena, but it's something that will always be in refinement. So the threat is as it would be anywhere else. But obviously, you have your password, you have your email. That's why it's verified. So could somebody come in and make up whatever name they want to? Absolutely, they could. If there's somebody want to come and be you, and it wasn't you, I mean, at some level we'd find out. Somebody would find out or figure it out. But you know what? So whenever this started to be materialized, and originally with the Soulogy group, I always understood and was told, keep it open. Don't make restrictions. That's why you've never seen a restriction in the Soulogy group. We've never said, hey, don't make posts about this, or you can't do this, or you can't advertise. I was told, let the energy work with you. The energy has a consciousness, and I've actually watched that over the years. And I'll give you another example. Our collaborators have done this for a long time. I was in business in my whole life for many, many years, 20 years, at many different levels, very much in the arena of the financial management, startups and things like this. Typically, when something like this occurs, you're always going to have a fallout ratio. You're going to have one for let's say, financial credit declines. You might have 10% that want to come in, can't because of that. And then you have a fallout rate. We haven't had that. We have really not had anybody say, I want my money back. And I think the reason for that is because of what we have all attained together, and also just this knowing, this alignment that we're all coming into. Some people might not have known much about it, and there's not that much on the site right now. But yeah, people have just been really good, and it's exciting to see all this happening, coming to fruition. I'm excited to see, because the material and the content that's going to be coming out of here is going to be different. You got to remember that. We're not going to have any censorship. I got 4 more messages from YouTube yesterday. So there's a lot of stuff that we have not really talked about because of past issues and censorship. But also, I think what you're going to see happen is you're going to see the imprint of the new earth, which is a balanced feminine, balanced masculine. And as a result of that, you're going to see I believe, a lot of women stepping up and being seen in ways they never have been. Because if you think that, if a person is comfortable enough to put up a post, put up a video in social media where there's all these varying frequencies and energies, I think it would only make sense that in an environment where it's like-minded people, you're more likely to step through your fears because you're not worried about getting embarrassed or whatever the case is. I just think it's going to be a really fascinating thing to watch, to see what type of expressions come out of this compared to what we've seen. Is it where the monthly subscription is? Robert Evans again. Yeah, that's what I just showed you. So the monthly's on one side and the annual's on the other. Thank you, Robert. Any more? Do you want us to send videos, or will this overload? No. This is why. So, look. This is a work in process. But the rule of the road here is, and I've told our collaborators, whatever it takes. I know this can be done, and I think they do too, as long as we have the volume in the community, which I know we're going to. This community is probably one of the most unique in the world. So people come to interact and engage. That's always been something. If you look at the Soulogy group and the Soulogy page, the level of engagement is 65-70% weekly. Most groups it's less than 10. So we'll be able to facilitate the videos being uploaded, whatever, and I know that's going to happen. Now, the reason that we're introducing the social community next month and we're not like jumping the gun on it is because we're going to pull in 10 or 12 people, like I said earlier, and we're going to load up the pages. We're going to populate the pages, kind of get some feedback, and this will happen very quickly. It's not rocket science, because you could see in the template that I showed you that it's got the basics there. We just need to change a name, move this, that, whatever. But once we get, for what you're doing, Elsa, it's perfect. It's really perfect because everything is in one place. So yeah, you'll be able to load up all your videos, and let me just say this too. And your stuff is very new, but I think too, another thing to remember about this, for everything that we've done. For everything we're going to do. I think this is new. Obviously, it's bold. It's got power in numbers, and I would just stress again that I think what we're going to see here is a lot of new type of expressions that are going to take on different characteristics than what we've seen in the past. So it's not like out with the old, in with the new. If you've got stuff from before that's got substance, then absolutely bring it. I mean, it's your page, design, do whatever you want. But I would just say that there is something about new creations that seem to be carrying a much more powerful frequency band than stuff that we revisit. But that's just me. Okay, let's see here. Anyone else here? Let me see here. Telegram allows you to use another person's identity. Will each person's identity be protected? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And Christy, just make a note too, by the way, because this is, if you would, yeah, we would like to see how that works, Christy. I will say this: these people are very, very well versed. I must have talked to, I want to say probably 15, 18 companies around the world since 2019. First of all, I only found 2 companies that could do what we're doing. All right? Actually, 2 other companies. One was in Israel and one was in Boston. And so bigger's not always better. The technological capabilities that these folks have and are cutting edge. So be it identity protection, be it advancing the technology of the software, whatever the case is, we got the right people, and you'll be meeting them soon, Dave. And actually, their energy is a lot like you and Maura. Go figure that. And there's Triad and Trinity collaborations appearing all over the place, and I don't do this, that's Morgan's game, but I see it in the ethers. I mean, it's just everywhere involving this project. Let's see, Robert. Okay, I did see it before. I'll look again. Okay, anything else? Let's see here. Any more questions? Let me see. Create an account and register. All right, so I'll cover that again. It seems to be a little bit of a... Okay. Let me just make sure I got everything. Sorry. I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Let's see here. What the hell? Let me see. Wait a minute. Shoot, I didn't even know. Okay. I didn't know that my beautiful wife is up. She's sending me notes. I didn't even know it. Yeah, she brought up the credit card or crypto. So, and Christy, I think we were going to talk to them about this. Yeah, it should say bank card. Oh, it should say bank card. Oh, you're saying it's already fixed. Okay, well, let's go look. Let's go look while we're doing it. Thank you, Morgan. Okay, let's see. Boom. And if I go, all right, what do I got to do? Oh, no, let's see. Back. Let me go back. Log in. Boom. Let me go. Let's just say here. Oh, can't do that. Let me get out again. Sorry. Boom. And, wait. Boom. All right, so if I go in here and I just go down here, boom, and oh God. All right, I'll just have to take your word for it because I can't get in there right now. Let me get out of here. Oh my God. Okay. All right, so, wait a minute. Let's see. Anybody else? Will there be a ton of emails coming from you? Mine are out of control. Okay. Hey, Linda. And thank you, Linda, for always being there over the years. Linda goes way back. Back when we'd get like 3 contributions a week. And she'd be one of them. No, I think we'd probably be sending out something weekly. Especially in the early days. I don't know. I think this is something that Morgan and I need to talk about as the thing starts to progress. I see the site itself being, one thing you got to understand. Okay, all these years, we never took an email address. Everyone knows that in the old previous internet infrastructure of whatever you're doing, it's all email based. We would get asked to do tele-summits and they would want all of our emails. Oh, send me your 50,000 list. And I'm like, we don't have emails. And then a lot of times the interest they would have in collaborating with us would leave. But so what I'm trying to say is that we don't have an interest in bombarding you with emails. And again, this is a community-based community. It's made for the community, by the community, and will be refined by the community each step of the way. So that may change down the road as far as how the emails are used, but we're not going to be doing anything but really sending out something that's light and maybe fun and informative. But that you'll probably be able to find on the site as well. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so here's a question from Higher Vibes. I'm so bad with names. I'm sorry. I know you've been on the show, and it's right there on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, so see, she's got a pretty good YouTube channel, Higher Vibrations. I'm subscribed to it. So she's saying, and this will be live in 3 weeks. Well, obviously, our content is live come Monday. That's the only place you'll be able to find it. 2, the social community. So in other words, the template that we'll roll out very quickly, that we convert from the page that's there now to the new template, and that will be the basis for everybody's template. Or be the template for everybody's page. That will be sometime in April. So I don't know if it'll be 3 weeks. I don't know if it'll be 2 weeks or 5 weeks. I don't know. But I know it'll be in April. So keep an eye out. Let's see. Let them copy. Okay, let's see here. Any more questions? ETA live when 3 weeks, Elsa. I think we're talking about, let me make sure I got my phone on. Let's see here. Yeah, I think you're talking about the social community and network, and I want to say again that's April. If it was something else, if you're talking about the lives, our lives will start sometime. Well, actually on Monday. Our lives will start on Monday. I'm not sure if that's what you were asking. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, so Christy has officially added a contact email on the temporary site. And if it's not showing that, you might refresh, which is what she was telling me to do a minute ago. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. We are protected, absolutely, no doubt about it. Let's see. Let me just try to see if there's any more questions. I won't leave anybody out. Wow, Drew 222. That's a really nice comment, and it was guided here a couple of weeks ago. But it's a divine appointment, as everything in my life is. Very cool. All right, let's see. Robert's got it worked out. Let's see here. Any more questions? I don't see anything. Let me see. Okay, I don't see any more questions. I just can't get to the bottom. There's a lot of them. Let's see here. What is okay? All right, just give me a second. Launch event. That's a good question. Because it's kind of like happening, kind of like as we go, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's an organic unfoldment of co-creation. Thank you, Morgan Lee. The launch event. I don't know. I hadn't thought about that. It's something we'll have to talk about. But yeah, I think it would make sense. I think the first thing is let's make sure the streaming, which is really, just really a process we need to go through, is up and running come Monday. And then sometime in April, we'll make the migration from the temporary to the permanent, which will populate the Soulogy mainstream, or Soulogy Main Street, or whatever we call it. Populate that, let people look at it for a couple of days, bring in a small group of people, have them do their page, play with it for a few days, open up the doors. But yeah, I think that might be a really good idea, Zahara, to have an official launch weekend or something like that. So thank you very much for that. Okay, when will this be up and running? It's up and running now. I think I answered higher vibrations. Yeah, I think it's the same question, but yeah, it's open now. And again, we have an introductory offer for founding members, 111 annual. That's good through Sunday night midnight. And if you want to just do like I did, just pay the $12.12 a month. Do that too. But as far as the network, it's up now. That's what I just showed earlier, and of course, if you didn't get to watch the whole video, you can kind of see where we're going with it. But yeah, it's up and running now. But in terms of the community itself, it's not. And the reason I just want to restate this, because we are moving into an age of value, self-value, self-respect, self-love, self-honor. And I think it's important for everyone to understand something. This site is where we generate our content. That's the energy exchange. That's it. Nothing else. But everything else is gravy. Everything else is a gift. So I just want to make that clear. This was not an easy decision, but it was a higher selves decision. It was an organic evolution, and now the golden child energy is taking form in this, all over the earth, and this is one way. But I just want to make it clear. The hook, so to speak, isn't the community. There is no hook. I just want to make it clear. Our content comes from here, from this day forward. I mean, from Monday forward. Now, we'll put excerpts out on social media and that type of thing, but the rest of it's gravy. It's an offering. And I want to just make that clear from the beginning, because I don't expect in the field of this co-creation to see any thing that it just won't stick. The only thing that's going to stick is unity consciousness, oneness, equal energy exchange, 5D commerce, pure intention, and so on. So what we're trying to do here is not create a box, but to break the fuck out of the boxes, okay? And that wasn't meant to anyone directly, but I just want to make it a point, because it's come up 3 times, or 3 different people. The emphasis is on the content. That's it. And the rest will come. The rest will be gravy. Okay, what else we got? I just registered. Okay, here. Now, this is a common thing that's happening. I just registered and has not asked me for Visa payment details. Okay, so here's the situation. Let me go back one more time. Let me go back. Boom and boom. Okay, so I guess I have to sign in now. Wait, how do I go here? Oh, log in. Boom. Okay, so Linda and everyone else, if you go in and you haven't signed in like I have, it's going to say register here. You can click that, which she's done. You can put in your name, password, and email, and you're registered, and it'll send you the email, and you're registered. But in order to subscribe, you have to come down here and click the 1212 or the 111, either one, okay? And that's how you'll set up the checkouts, okay? All right, so I just want to go over that again. And if you didn't get to see the sneak peek that was done earlier, please watch the video. Thank you, Linda, for that question and for always being there. Let me see here. Any more questions? Let me see here. Okay, she got into payment. Yeah, I love her too. Yeah, she is awesome, isn't she? Let's see here. And yeah, I hope. And see, I think if you look at higher vibrations, this is a perfect place for something like that, because first of all, you're not in a diluted audience. You're not dealing with an audience that's, say, got 100,000 people and 6,000 are light workers. You're dealing with an entire community that's going to be receptive to what you're doing, and you do very good work, by the way. Let's see, higher vibrations. Let's see now, what else we got here? I just want to make sure I'm missing. Oh, can we adjust notification? I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what that means. That's from a Facebook user on one of the platforms that doesn't show the name. If you're talking about notifications on YouTube and Facebook, they're just a mess anyway. They're trash. If you're talking about some type of a notification, otherwise, please, if you would, just expand on that. Okay, let's see here. Let me see. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to find. I've kind of lost it. Okay, let's see here. All right. Drew, I think you need to. Drew, send me a message to soulogynetwork@gmail.com. I think you need to come on the show. And the same for higher vibrations. I know we have an email, and I know you've been on a couple of open mics, but I looked for it, and I can't remember your name right now. If you would please send me soulogynetwork@gmail.com so we could do a collaboration together on Soul Speaks 5D, and also Drew and anyone else that wants to. Will there be eventually? Oh, great question. Great question. Absolutely there will be. And again, it's something we could pull out pretty quick, but let's get the bugs worked out first, because you got to imagine something. once that network is opened up, regardless of the fact that we establish this to be an independent place for the content that we create in Soulogy, nevertheless, that's going to be very appealing to a lot of people. So that's going to bring in a big rush. Having a phone app is going to even be more so. So that's already there. The capability's there. We're just going to take our time to put it on. But it's coming, and it'll be very soon. It'll be very soon. Thank you for that question. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see if I see membership. YouTube went down as soon as you said my name. I'm back. Oh, Pamela. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, Pamela, send me an email and let's do it. Is there a group live launch event? I'm not sure what you mean, Zahara. If it's in regard to launching the network when it's ready and we're ready to open it for everybody, yes, I addressed that earlier. If it's something else, a person can do a live event on this platform. That's not an issue. Everything you can do, you either can do or will be able to do. Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Let's see here. Okay. Man. I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody, so just give me a second. Let me get to the bottom. I wonder if I can make this window bigger. Nope. Damnation. Okay, if I miss somebody, I apologize. Okay, I'm at the bottom. Okay, so we're good. Okay. So listen, I didn't mean to take an hour and a half. I just are you okay, so she's saying the same thing. Are you going to have a live launch event? Are we going to have a live yeah, I think I don't know if these messages came after I said that earlier, but yeah, I just need, that was Morgan, and I just need to, that would make sense. Okay, hang on a second. We got another one. That would make sense that we would have some type of launch when we're going to do the community. Yeah, so I'll get with Morgan and we'll figure this out as it gets closer. Like if you're live in a group we belong to, will we be notified? Okay, I see your question. Now we're talking about we're talking about this network and community. So when you talk about live, that's where it's going to be. After beginning Monday, all full-length Soulogy broadcasts, which will increase in number because it will be much more than what you see now, or what you've been used to over the years. It's going to be an expanded program, but all of it will be exclusive to this network and community. Now, if you're talking about lives on Facebook and YouTube, we won't be on them anymore. What we will be doing is developing a process where we make excerpts and we make those excerpts available to social media. At least that's our intention. Part of what I'm receiving in my own field is that we won't be doing that. But as far as I know, that makes sense to do that. I don't know if that means we won't be doing that because YouTube and Facebook won't be there or something else. I have no idea. But as far as notifications go within the network and community, that's something that I'm sure is available within the resources of the software universe they've created. It's not a big chore. So if it's not already something that's available, it's something we'll get to for sure. Yeah. So this is how we'll build this stuff over the years too, is through the feedback. It's a community thing. All right, I have a permanent warning. is there a way to change the password on registration? Yeah, like just like any other site. If you wanted to change your password, you go in, put your username and say forgot password. They'll send it to your email. You make a new password. Thank you, Terry Billette. Thank you for always being there. Todd doesn't have a contact email. Yeah, you can reach me at soulogynetwork@gmail.com. Thank you, Flying Frank. And anything else here? Let's see. It's okay, Marie, shining her light. You can go back and watch from the beginning. No big deal. All right, guys, you guys are writing a lot. I don't see any more. Angela, is there a way to change username after registration? I don't know. Angela, you want to send that question to soulogynetwork@gmail.com, and Christy will grab it. I don't know the answer to that, but I'm sure you can. Will you take down all old content from YouTube? No, we will not. We'll leave it there. And really what we're going to do is populate, in the beginning, populate the Soulogy part of it, the Soulogy page or the Soulogy Main Street, and we're going to populate it with all new material. And as we get into this, it would make sense if we could go back into our huge archives and pull out the best of the best and bring the classics or whatever and bring them back. Okay, so I think let's see here. Looks like we're okay. All right, so I really appreciate it. On behalf of Morgan and I just want to say thank you. And I also want to say thank you to Christy and Ryan Aguilar, Ty and Serena, Ty Hudnall and Serena Smith, obviously Morgan, Moody and Norin, and everybody in the community. Because everybody has made this possible. Okay, so I just got to answer the question. I just got asked the question, will these lives be able to be shared on social media? Will anything from Soulogy Networking Community be able to be shared on social media? Well, the answer is yes. Okay? Because it'll be no different than being on a website, copy the URL, put it on the Facebook, it creates a thumbnail, and boom, you shared it. People could also copy and paste from people's posts. As far as the lives go, the live could be shared, but I don't believe it would be playing on a social media newsfeed. You would push it, and then it would go to the site. Oh, you know what? I did, and I apologize for not understanding the question. Okay. No, they won't be able to share it on social media. They won't be able to share a full link onto social media. No, that would defeat the purpose. We're creating an environment, no matter how large or small it is, where we operate with the universal principles and laws. Equal energy exchange, free flow of energy, of soul, of love, of expression, and inspiration. And we do this outside of the constructs of the matrix apparatus. So that's a very good question. Are we going to be able to share the lives onto other social media? The answer is no. It's exclusive material. And if people find value in it, then they can do what I did and Morgan did and everybody else and join at $12.12 a month. Now, will there be excerpts? Yes. Will we be promoting? Hang on. Will we be utilizing our resources and our team members to expand awareness of what we're doing? Yes. part of the way we'll do that is to make excerpts of the Soulogy stuff and put it out there. Another thing that we're formulating here is a template of the process. So, many years have been put into Soulogy. There's a process. There's a way to disseminate strategically, throughout the internet, social media, kingdom. So one of the things we're doing is we'll also together create a process for everything. How do you make your excerpts, and how do you use them, and where do you put them, and stuff like that. So that was a very good question, and I'm glad that Morgan came up with it because it's important. And by the way, she's like 5 o'clock in the morning over there, so I'm really happy that she's here. Okay, let's see what else. Just make sure. Thank you for God. Let's see. Question: will there be ability to get notifications when someone we follow or subscribe to goes live? Yeah, I think I answered that earlier. That's something that's certainly within. That's something we can do. That'll happen as we get into this. One thing I didn't explain thoroughly enough, and I'll just cover this real quick, is that we are, in essence, I'll just try to keep this in general terms, we are controlling the algorithms, but not controlling like the YouTubes and the Facebook. They will be transparent, they will be true, they will be in alignment with you, with less effort, than you've had to put into controlling the energy of your news feed. So so all of it's connected. So notification is just another way, like, if the tag is I am soul, and, or that's not a good example. If you're in a group, it's obviously going to be, coming up, anything in that group coming up. These things will be refined, but remember, these folks, these partners of ours, they have spent 25, 30 years doing this. And I'm talking about every step of the way. So these things that are available on these three that I keep bringing up, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, pretty much anything that's available there will be available here, and even more, because we're going to refine it to where it's more user-friendly and more customized to what we all want, which the only way to find that out is to get it there and start making it and populating our pages and seeing what we want to be done better, or what could be, removed or whatever. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Chrissy wants to talk about something. She's laughing. Ashley Lee, hello, Maureen Moss. How are you doing? Let's see. Is there anything else here? Good answer, exactly. Okay, let's see here. God, these lots of. Tina's funny. Oh wow, this is cool. I've never had. Look at this comment. I've never had Facebook. I'm excited to be able to connect with you guys through the new Soulogy platform. Yeah. See, that's another thing too. We have a really powerful friend that supports us. Everyone. This friend is someone who's never been seen on social media. But for people like that, this will actually offer something that they might be interested in as well, in terms of, it's kind of stepping out. Let me see here. Yes, this system is being built for all of us to play in. I agree with that. Okay. Linda, please send that question to soulogynetwork@gmail.com if you don't mind. That one looks a little bit more complex. I can post. I will be live on the Soulogy Network at such and such time. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Yeah. Okay. So here's another way to get to that question. Absolutely. You can absolutely, you're going to go live on Soulogy Network every Monday at 8 o'clock. You put up a post. Look, everything that we're going to do, we're going to put posts up on social media, just like we always have. so every day those posts will come out. I mean, we're going to still do that. So yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's see. I like this. He says, yeah, no more, please, no more like, share, and subscribe bullshit. I like that. It's funny. Let's see. I feel that the divine goddess is going to come up out of the earth and put her veins into this energy, force, and blast. I feel very much the same. She's with us. I don't know, what, Christy, what you're referring to, because there's so much stuff going on here. Will we be able to download our own live videos, or do you mean all the live videos on the network stay exclusive to the network? I don't see how we can. First of all, we're talking about an energy, and again, these are all metaphorical components, even though they have a literal aspect to it. So, equal energy exchange, no taxation, gifting, paying forward, honor system, integrity. I think the answer to this question, let me put it up here. Okay. And again, this isn't a autonomy, an autocracy or an autocracy. This is a group thing. This is something that's being built from the center out. So really, starting with Morgan and I, we enlarge in that circle, and these types of decisions will be made through, you could say, councils, or that would be the way we'd want to head. Now, will we be able to download our live videos from the site? Now, okay. So what we're saying here is the Soulogy material is exclusive, all right, to this site. We value ourselves enough to say, if you feel like we're doing something for the world, then come on over and check us out and join for $12.12 a month. Now, the people that come in to populate the community, they can do whatever they want. If you want to download it and load it up to YouTube, then that's your business. I don't see that, that the energy that we're all creating together that we call New Earth and 5D is constricting in any way, and I think people got to do what's best for them. But in terms of our at Soulogy itself, we have made a choice that many people are making now, and that have made since the end of 2022, which is to claim your value, to create your value, to stand tall, and to step out of these boxes that we've had to live in. The way I look at it is this: I look forward, very forward to, and again, many metaphors in this description that have a literal aspect. I look forward to the day I don't need to carry any identification. I'm not a citizen of any country. No restrictions at all. I can travel. I can go anywhere I want to, and I believe that's what will happen. I don't believe I can do that if I continue to serve this system that we know is a bunch of bullshit. Okay? We know we're gods and goddesses in the flesh, and the power of the container in this new age, in this new year, is so important. So again, what people do is in their best interest, whatever they think they should do. But as far as the energy itself, it stays in-house. And I believe what will occur, is that there will be certain content creators that become Soulogy content creators. Okay? That would be not better or worse, but people that say, you know what? I want to be a part of Soulogy. I want to have a channel. I want to have a show. I want to have this, that, whatever. I want to be part of it. It's not a Soulogy sponsorship. These are 3D terms and whatever. but basically what you've seen occur over the years. And I think that there might be something there that occurs organically, that the content creator says, I want to be a part of this. And this will have ultra resources, things like that are unique to content creation, and that are developed and facilitated and provided by this networking community. So I know that was a long answer. It was a very good question. I don't see where we could stop people from what you're saying. I mean, they could even with the technology out there, the software out there, they could they could record any video they find. So but I think again, this is based on the honor system. Nobody's watching over you. This is a energetic imprint that has a physicality. The container itself is so important for all of us. Morgan talks a lot about this. Clearing your container and creating from that point. So as we move into the days and the months and the years, as this all begins to expand for all of us on the earth, I think that we're going to have a greater and greater sense of our connectivity. So what affects one affects all. So very good question, Denise, and Denise, just like so many others. Thank you for being a collaborator. Thank you for creating your own show. It's a lot. I know you've done over 100, probably 150 shows now, or something like that. But this is what it's all about. But now what we're doing is we're putting it all in one place, and we're kind of taking a head count. Is another way I look at it. We got 122,000 people officially across the board on our platforms. It's going to be interesting to see how many people we have at this community and network, especially with the resources and the tools that we're bringing. How many we'll have end of the year. Okay, I think we're about done here. I can't believe I've gone 2 hours. I'm really sorry. I just don't want to. I don't want to miss anybody's question, and everything is perfect. Neil Devaney, thank you for your service, Todd. Gonna miss you. Okay, we're gonna miss you too, Neil. Maybe one day you'll come over and see what we're doing over here, and might be something that you like. Okay, Liliana Latique, one of our collaborators and friends. It would be cool if you find an automatic translator or something so people who speak other languages can join the community. Christy, can you make a note of that? By the way, there's a revolution starting in the streets of France as we speak. Riot City, hell yeah. I'm guessing you guys don't know that yet. I did know that. And it's also interesting, too, because the last time that happened was in 1967. If I'm not mistaken. In other words, it started there. That whole wave in the 60s started there. So, I hope that everyone's okay over there. And energetically speaking, I think it's a good sign. I think the translator thing is fascinating. I think we could very quickly get to a Spanish page and maybe 2 or 3 other dialects where you just push a button, everything's converted to that language. But also, I saw some software the other day where they take the audio, let's say the English audio, and they convert it to other languages. So that's something that I think is very important, and thank you for bringing that up. And Christy, thank you for writing it down. Let's see here. I just want to make sure I get to all of them. Okay, how do we? Okay, next one. Okay, there's a lot of positive comments here. I'm just trying to get to the ones with question marks, and I think we're done. I'm going to sign off. I know you're going down. Okay. Okay, let me just see. Okay. I don't see any more. Let's see here. Okay. Actually, I think we have a show right now. So I'm going to have to go. Damn nation. Let's see here. Is it right now? Yeah, starts at 4 o'clock and it's 4 o'clock. Okay. So sorry about that. Let me just answer her real quick and then I'll make sure there's no more here. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to have to check out. We have a hello, B Heart. Okay, I'm going to check out. Got a show with Charmin Igana. Let me just tell her I'm on my way. No. Okay. And where is she here? Let's see. 1 sec. God. This is what happens in the Ascension. Okay, let's see. All right, thank you, everybody, and appreciate it. And we had a bunch of people. Looks like they signed up and subscribed. Let's just keep it going. We got a show right now. If you want to pop back in, Charmin Igana is going to be on. And if not, I'll see you around. Thank you so much. All blessings to you and yours.